How's it going, everyone? Justin again, as always. Thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a walk around Lowe's and see what kind of deals they have. What's new, you know? I know they started supplying a lot more Craftsman Tools. I think they started that around the beginning of January. So I was kind of curious of what it was they had to offer Craftsman-wise, and I had a lot of subscribers that wanted to see and get my opinion about certain KOBALT tools as well. So that being said, let's take a walk through Lowe's and see what they got. Alright, so this first picture up, they had some cordless tools. To be honest, I wasn't really too impressed, but they did have this whole buy the starter kit, get a free tool thing, which I thought was kind of cool. So just taking a look at some of the starter mechanics kits they have here, pretty fairly inexpensive for the most part. I think a lot of people don't like the fact that they're still made in China, but it's whatever. Here's a nice 3/8 set, and they had another set up here that had a little bit more to offer, but I think they were still a little bit short on some of their sockets that they had. Nice carrying case though, hard plastic, seemed pretty duty. Here's a bigger kit that includes some wrenches, sockets, 1/2 inch, 3/8, 1/4 inch, and the wrenches looked of pretty good quality. They also gave you a nice little nut or socket driver too. Alright, looking at some of their polished wrenches, 32 bucks. So here was what I noticed. Didn't have a full set of wrenches for what it was they were selling them for, so I wasn't really too hot on the idea about them. I don't know. I think you could find a better wrench selection set somewhere else. This was kind of unique. I don't know that I'd ever buy this. It could be a gimmicky item, but hey, if you want to put your power tools in that, you can. They also had one for towels and you know, USB plug-in electrical port. Alright, let's talk about their toolboxes. So everyone's really excited that, hey, USA, USA, Craftsman Toolboxes, made in USA. Alright, cool. What do they got? They got a power bank here, USB port, no magnetic back, big red and black box, pretty, they had this one locked. That kind of sucked. I wish they'd keep these things unlocked for you to actually look, but maybe we'll find an open drawer. Here we go. Alright, so checking out the depth, yeah, it's still wiggly. It's still not really the best, you know, quality in the entire world, in my opinion. I have a Craftsman box, and I think I paid, I don't know, 800 bucks for it, and it's going to cost me 300 to repair 4 drawers. So I'm not too excited about the Craftsman metal workmanship, but this big red and this big black with the red trim one looked pretty nice, and so did that other one with the red on black. So let's take a look at this. I think they take up a lot of drawer space by putting this big thing here, but you know, in the inside, I guess for small paperwork and random stuff, I wish that was an actual drawer though. They do offer you some pretty nice mats. It wiggles a little bit, but not too out of control. Then up top, we got the power bank again with some pegboard in the back, so that was kind of nice. Digging the black with the red trim, really. Let's see what else we got here. So now we have this black toolbox with red. This looked pretty nice, and believe it or not, this one feels way heavier duty, man. I mean, that drawer was not wiggling very easily. I think this is probably the better one that I saw today when I was down there at Lowe's. So out of all the Craftsman boxes, this one, not being a real mechanic toolbox, was pretty duty. But you can see one of the drawers is already broke, so that's kind of disheartening. But pegboard, and they have a power port again, so that's nice. And then they have the mats. Alright, looking at Cobalt Wrenches, a little steep in price for what it is that you're actually getting. I did try these a while back in a video that I did about like the best starter kit for a mechanic, and I'll put a card up here somewhere for you guys. These are Ratchet Wrenches though, coming in at around 70 bucks, and it's not even a complete set. I would probably dare say go gear wrench on that one. Here's some, here's a 12-piece polished set of stubbies, SAEN metric, again not a full set. Looking at some of the bigger ones, so 60 bucks and you get 5 oversized wrenches. These things, however, are awesome. I have these, I love these. I know they're a little bit pricey, but they are well worth it as far as organization goes. I have some here at the house, and I have some at work. I love these magnetic socket organizers. They take up hardly any space, and you can fit dang near any socket in it from like, what, 8mm to 19 or something like that. So, holds a lot of sockets. Just giving you kind of like an over-the-top shot here so you can kind of see down in there. All right, they did have some crow's feet. They also had some universals, 7-piece set. I don't know how the metal is on these. I haven't tried them. They did not look to be of the highest quality in the entire world. Some smaller socket sets, so if you just wanted to add a little bit to your box, maybe you were missing something. They did have some on sale for like 15 bucks, whole racks of them, so I thought that was pretty good. Their impact sockets are pretty decent from what I'm told. Okay, I don't own a set, but I've had friends that have purchased these and they like them okay. Again, a little bit pricey for what it is that you're getting though. Nut drivers, don't even get me started on those. I hate nut drivers. I think they're worthless. Here's an extension adapter / universal kit. I think that's a pretty fair price, to be honest. You don't really get heavy knurling, but that's okay. Here's an impact socket set, or I'm sorry, extension set. Here's some other impact extensions, so if you wanted to get a 3-piece set instead of a bigger set, you could. They do also offer individual sockets as well as universal joints, so 25 bucks for 3. Those actually look like pretty good quality universal adapters. I like them. I also like the quality of these step-up, step-down adapters. Those things seemed pretty well built to me. I felt other ones, there's a feel to it. I'm not a magician, okay, but I'm telling you, you can tell the ruggedness behind something by grabbing it and just feeling it with your hand, feeling that weight. Nice heavy knurl on some of these other extensions. I was digging that. Couple of really long comfort grip breaker bar ratchet style flex head ratchets that they had here, 1/2 inch and 3/8. Not sure if I dig the square handle, but that's what they have. And then here's some of the other ratchets that they offered. Here's a 3-piece set, 40 bucks. So, you know, I don't know if that's a good deal or not. It's only 3 pieces, but it's if you don't have a ratchet collection, I guess you got to start somewhere. This one, whoa, that thing was heavy duty, man. Don't know how well it would hold up over time, but it was pretty heavy when I picked it up. 26 bucks. Then they have some smaller ones that are kind of nice to have in your arsenal. Let's talk about torque wrenches real quick. So a while back, I did have this 1/2 inch. 20 to 100 foot-pounds, nice heavy knurling at the end, click style torque wrench, super long. It was amazing. I loved it for the most part. Not sure what I did with it. And then here's one that's a little bit longer, or maybe that's the same one and it's just top and bottom. Oh yeah, one was 3/8, that was 1/2 inch. I'm sorry. So then here's the 1/2 inch digital style. So you can adjust your settings there. It's got a little sound alarm when you reach the maximum torque that you set it for. Those are a little bit on the pricier side. Covers 5 to 100 foot-pounds, so it goes a little bit smaller as far as foot-pounds go versus the click style. Now this was kind of a nice deal. Magnet tray, mirror, magnet, 15 bucks. Then we had some of the oil filter band style wrenches. Those were kind of nice. There's the little grabby tool, 8 bucks. That's not bad. Now this would look like a pretty decent impact screwdriver that you can use to remove drum brakes and some rotors. 20 bucks pry bar set, 4-piece. Not sure if it was striking pry bar set or not. Hard to tell. I have this set. So this is a punch and chisel set with center punch. I have the set here at the house. I love it so far. It's great. I used it at work for a short period of time and then I brought it home. So here's some impact sockets. So they cover deep, shallow, and cover the extensions. You pick up the ratchet. I think that's a pretty nice set, to be honest. Here's one a little bit smaller, 100 bucks. And then here's an even smaller set, 50 bucks. Not sure I would get that. Here's some of the extensions and adapters. This was actually on sale for 10 bucks. I don't know. It might have been worth grabbing, but I have enough extensions and adapters as it is, so I'll leave it there for somebody else looking for a smoking deal. And a little 3-piece set here. That was 1/2 inch. Here's 3/8, 15 bucks. Love that knurl, that heavy knurl on those. All right, so here's some other mechanic sets that I saw. 180 bucks. I think this might have been the same set that I did a review on, not sure. Comes with some torque drivers, Phillips, flatheads, adjustable wrenches, pliers, picks, wrenches, sockets. Nice sets to have. Here's an 80-piece set, 130. Again, that was 100, so you get 20 more pieces for a couple extra bucks. Here's an even bigger set. Comes with ratchets in this one. $250. I think that's the one I did the review on, actually. Overall, pretty nice in my opinion. I think that's a good starter set for most any mechanic. All right, let's talk about their cordless for a little bit. So they did have the 1/2 inch. I don't know if the battery was dying or what, but I could not get it to go. That's not a good sign if you have it on display. Either power it up or remove the battery. They also had some Porter cable, which I'm told is also made by the same manufacturer, as well as Stanley and a handful of others. They did have a nice variety, so if you were looking for cordless tools and color was one of those things you were considering, and you were really digging like this Mopar blue and black thing that Cobalt's got going on, you can get virtually an entire cordless system of all Cobalt in blue and black. Way to be different, stand out. I think it's good quality stuff. I don't know, I haven't tried it, but looking at it, feeling it, it looks rugged enough. Again, I wish that that battery would have been charged. I couldn't tell if it was working or not. I also offer a Sawzall and skill saw, which, believe it or not, in the independent shop we have used on it time to time. They also had some Hitachi. So if you're doing construction, I know a lot of construction guys that like that stuff, as well as this Bosch. Here's some DeWalt. Now I haven't tried DeWalt since they went to the lithium style battery. I did have DeWalt when they had the iCads. They didn't even make it through the warranty period. I exchanged all of them for Rigid, and Rigid had like a lifetime warranty behind it. So that's the route that I went. But you never know. Now with new technology, it's quite possible that DeWalt might be a game changer. I don't know. Somebody tell me down in the comments. And then here's some smaller sets, so if you're not looking to buy the whole world or the whole store, they have some smaller contractor sets here available for pretty average prices, I would say. I think when I first bought my DeWalt kit, I paid about 400 bucks. Maybe 500, and then when I got my Rigid, it was probably around the same price, about 400 or 500 bucks. They did have some Black & Decker stuff, but not a huge fan of Black & Decker. Didn't feel like really showing it because I've never had a good experience with them, to be honest, and I know that they're all sold by like the same company. All right, let's take a look at some of their air tools. So they had some 1/2 inch stubby, they had the 1/2 inch, I think they even had a 3/4 inch, they had some palm ratchets, they had air hammers, die grinders. I think their die grinders are coming in at a pretty competitive price. Fair enough for somebody that's looking to get a nice comfort grip style handle that keeps their hands nice and warm in the winter versus having an all metal style one like I have, and believe me, that gets cold pretty quick. As far as some of the other air tools they have, I think they're a little bit pricey for what you get. All right, looking at shop vices for a minute. I think I was asked what I thought about certain vices. I don't really have an opinion. My dad's like the vice guy, but here's an Irwin one. These look pretty decent for how much they were charging. They even had some smaller ones for smaller hobbyists out there. Can't say for sure if they hold up over time, but I'm sure that one of you fine gentlemen has probably owned one in the past and has an opinion about it. So please feel free to share that down in the comments. Let us know. What do you think of the Irwin vices? They did have some welding hoods. They had an oxygen acetylene torch set down here for 300. The welding hoods looked okay. Again, a little bit on the pricey side. There are far better stores with far better prices that you can get outside of Lowe's. I think Lowe's is going to have to come down in price to be competitive with some of the other companies out there, such as Home Depot and Harbor Freight. 600 bucks for this Lincoln welder. I don't know. I had thought about getting one once upon a time ago. I'm not sure. I was told this is a home brand, so I don't know. They did have a nice beefier air compressor, and I was thinking, you know, down the road I might want to get a bigger air compressor that can handle the RPM, that would last longer, that wouldn't cycle every couple of minutes of use. So I was looking at this Cobalt, and I was like, huh, it's actually pretty nice. Says it's made in USA, could be an added plus to somebody out there. 3-year warranty. There's a telephone number. They had 110 outlet, so that's perfect for me as a homeowner. Belt driven style. I've heard this is the way to go if you want a better air compressor. And then there's the generator. Alright, so I have used these Bosch drill bits here. These specifically for tile when I was roofing. And I think that they are a much better price compared to, like, say, DeWalt or Milwaukee. You're going to burn through them, but do they hold up? Yes, mine held up. I've used mine for well over 6 to 8 months worth of roofing, drilling through anywhere between clay tile and some harder concrete style tile, and they just work. So you can see DeWalt's a little bit more on the pricier side. Pick set. They did have a pick set, pretty reasonable price, $7, fairly inexpensive. They had some precision screwdrivers, interchangeable bits. Looking at their bigger screwdriver sets though, I think this one for $30 is actually probably the better deal. Couple of precisions, couple of stubby styles, 12-piece set, $30. I'm saying yeah. You know, the handles felt pretty good. They had a magnetic ability, so if that was a plus for you. Sometimes it's nice to know that it can magnetize to the screwdriver and you can fish it through a weird spot and then screw it in. This one comes with a pick set. It comes with the precisions, and then it comes with a bunch of other screwdrivers and maybe even one Torx bit driver and the stubbies. So that was a pretty nice set. Craftsman, so they had a Craftsman set. Couple of precisions, couple of stubbies, $25. Overall, looked like a pretty good deal. They also had something on here that kind of caught my eye. A Magnetizer Demagnetizer. So if you wanted to magnetize your screwdriver, you could, and if you wanted to demagnetize your screwdriver, you could. I thought that was kind of ingenious, actually. I don't know how well it works. Nice plier set, $44. Slip joints, some tongue and groove, some 45 needle nose, some nippers, lineman pliers, adjustable wrench, needle nose, dikes, a couple of vice grips in there for you. Smaller set here, $25. Then of course there's some adjustables. These mini ones for $20, they do come in handy for some electrical work. So that's kind of nice if you're looking for something like that. Here's some more tongue and grooves, little 3-piece set, slip joints, and then some vice grips over here. You get 3-piece set. Irwin makes probably the better of all the vice grips or clamping pliers that I've seen. I know someone's going to correct me. Those aren't vice grips. Okay, clamping pliers, whatever. But they make the best ones. Check this out. Big ol' heavy duty Cobalt pipe wrench. This thing was a monster. $27. Blue, black, I can dig it. I mean guys, if you really wanted to color scheme your toolbox, if you were dead set on blue and black, Cobalt does have some pretty nice tools, and they had a large assortment. I found all kinds of stuff in here. These beaver style files, those things are awesome if you're a woodworker. Striking cap on the bottom there. $21. Then here's some chisels. So if you're a carpenter or a framer, these ones look like they were knives, and you can use them as such. I thought that was great with a striking cap on the end. Then of course there's the other ones here. These are more, you know, a striking cap, yeah, but more of just a regular style of chisel. But I would have gone with those other ones that look like knives. All right, so here's some more cordless contractor bag options that they offer. Looking at the stuff on the shelf, man, a little bit weak sauce. It did not look like good quality stuff to me. I was not impressed by any means when it came to the cordless, even if it was 20 volt. All right, looking at the Electrician Kit. Look at this thing. This thing was pretty cool. It kind of caught my eye. Interchangeable bit screwdriver, strippers, and lineman pliers all in one pack. Here's their DVOM. So this is what they sell. I can't recall the name, but this is the digital volt ohm meter that they sell. Also some amp clamps. They also had some of those circuit testers that you could plug into a 110 wall to see if you cut power or not. Some other probes that they had here. Thermal gun, $9. I think that was pretty fair. They do sell Fluke, but you got to order it online. This looked pretty ingenious. Scissors, marker, knife, flashlight. Nice little gift for Dad, 30 bucks. Now, if you are a homeowner or you have a garage of some kind, or you're just looking for better lighting for your toolbox, go to the lighting aisle. I found a couple of really good lights for my garage, and it just adds so much more light in here. It's amazing. I absolutely love these lights now, and they're energy saving, so my electric bill's gone down. Gorilla Tape or 3M tape? Which one? You guys tell me. I don't know. I've used both. I'm more of a 3M guy. But some guys like Gorilla. Alright, they also had these nice homeowner edition style cabinets that you can put chemicals and whatever. I wish they were down on the floor so I can open them. I've got a Husky one, but they did look, I don't know. I want to say they looked good, but then I saw a big old dent in the side of one of them. Now they do sell Husqvarna, so they don't have Echo here. Echo's going to be like on the Home Depot side, but they did sell Husqvarna, Craftsman, Poland. If you're looking for a chainsaw, lawnmower, or weed whacker, those are the companies that you can expect to see from Lowe's. Cobalt, of course. I had some cordless ones too, and I was like, I don't know if I'd go cordless when it came to a leaf blower. I'd probably go gas. But they did have the bigger style Husqvarna gas ones. They also had a small little homeowner edition style for 160 bucks that looked pretty nice. Summer's coming, guys. Summer is coming. That being said, look at their smokers. They had some nice smokers. They had some really nice barbecues here. And they had ones that were propane and a smoker. Here's a Pit Boss. This thing looked pretty nice. Adjustable settings. What was this? Charbroil, I think. Not sure what the name of that one was. This one looked pretty good. Oklahoma Joe's. Check this thing out. Nice matte black finish. A little smoke heat adjuster. Pretty sizable. You put your wood chips over here. Looks kind of like the one that my dad gave me a while back. I was digging this one. I really was. Look at this thing. Charred Griller. So one side propane, which was a nice option. And then it had this little tiny stove over here. I'm trying to move this thing out of my way. They had this stove, so if you wanted to cook up, like, I don't know, fried beans or vegetables, you could put it over here. And then on the other side, you had the smoker. So if you wanted to put wood chips in there and smoke your meat, you could do both, or one or the other. This Oklahoma Joe's, though, man, they pretty much had me sold. If I was looking for one, this thing looked big. It looked duty. It had just so much more character, so much more ruggedness, so much more manliness behind it. Plus, it was propane and it was smoker. So I thought that was pretty cool. Not bad for that price either, $470. I'd probably pay that over some of the other ones we saw. All right, coming down to our last item, guys. If you don't have a house, here's an auto shelter that you can pick up. I think this was like 250 bucks. If you own an apartment, you can set this thing up and work on your car and cover it back up, or just keep your car out of the weather. Alright guys, so that'll pretty much wrap it up for this video. But look, they're starting to add a lot more Craftsman tools to their lineup. The pricing, fair in some areas, a little higher on some other areas. You're really going to have to kind of window shop, if you will. I hope these videos are helping you guys to do that. Because as you can see, what one store has for this price, this store has for an even higher price, this store has on sale. So I think that's like the extra added benefit of doing this little mini series of walkarounds. This way you guys can see there's a lot of different stuff out there. That's all I got for this video, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Deuces. See you next video.